CFOP and Roux are the two big speed solving methods. I've used both of them and I have quite a lot of experience with both, having over 2,500 solves on each method. I want to talk about my time with each method and tell you why I've chosen to use CFOP over Roux for the coming future of myself as a cuber. CFOP was the first method that I used because it was a natural step up from the beginner method. Just learn F2L and a few algorithms and you're there. Of course not quite, but that's how you learn beginner CFOP. I then moved on to learning the PLLs at around the sub 15, high sub 16 level, and after learning all the PLLs, have been trying to get sub 10, working towards my first sub 14 average, which I got. Now working towards my sub 13 average, and going to be trying to learn better F2L efficiency. Something else about CFOP that I feel needs mentioned is the improvement feels more natural to me than it does with Roux, which is something that I'll be getting more into with the Roux section. Is just improvement as a whole, and how improvement with Roux doesn't feel as natural to me as it comes with CFOP. Improving with CFOP has been something that I kind of understand quickly what I meant to do and how I meant to do it, but there are times, even with CFOP, that it does feel kind of awkward to improve. Whereas Roux, on the other hand, you have, of course, the stages of Roux, building your blocks, getting your corners, and solving the rest of the cube. Not many algorithms to learn. I was pretty good with the last layer of Roux, and a lot of my problem came in blocks because I would average over 10 seconds for the blocks alone, but I would still get like 18, 19 average a lot of the time. And there came a point where I wanted to learn more efficient first two blocks, and I couldn't really figure out how. I was watching tutorials, I was reading stuff, and I just couldn't figure out how I was meant to improve at my blocks. And that's the big thing that turned me off from using Roux was improvement. Improvement just felt so weird with Roux and sort of unintuitive compared to CFOP to me. It probably is intuitive, I can understand it, but it just didn't feel right to me specifically. I would still like to learn Roux, maybe, but I feel very comfortable in my current position with CFOP and how I understand how I am meant to improve from here with CFOP, and I think that I understand from here better than I ever did with Roux from where I was. And I think that's a big takeaway from this, is that I think that I understand CFOP better than Roux, and that is one of the big reasons why I switched back and have chosen CFOP ever since. So, where are we now? Well, I am going to keep using CFOP, and if you want to use Roux, anybody out there wants to use Roux, don't let this video be a turn off from using Roux. I believe that Roux is a very fun method. I believe that it has a lot of potential, and I think that given the right person, the right solver, and the right dedication, Roux can be just as fast as CFOP. And I think a lot of what people talk about with the ergonomics of M and U moves being slower than with RU and F moves, I actually disagree with. I think that if you are amazing at these moves, M and U move can be just as fast with how few moves you have in a Roux solve. But this is not an argument. And this is just another discussion about cubing and the hobby that we all love. And one final thing before we go. My next two videos are going to be variety content that is completely different from anything you've seen from me so far. Trust me. They will be done by probably the soonest my next video will come out will be midway through December, and then the next one should be after New Year's. But that is all, everybody. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.